Hey everybody, welcome back to the second episode of Pulse, our live playtest of the SAGAS system, setting, and genre-agnostic system. The game that I designed, and these wonderful people are helping me playtest it in this space, science, fantasy, exploration show. This is episode 2 of 3, and the energy's really starting to ramp up. I'll let my guests introduce themselves real quick. Let's start with you, Alex. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Alex. I like to play TTRPGs. SAGAS has been really great. It's a lot of fun. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter at it's BAlexHorn, and that's BEE, like a buzz.
Thank you. Glad to have you again. Excited for Dr. Hortensia Cultures and her investigations this time around. What about you, Jameson? Introduce yourself for us.
I am nobody and I am nowhere.
All right, moving on to Dr. Samuel.
I write way too much crap to be nobody, I guess, apparently. At least according to you, anyway. You know, it's like, another 14-page document I have to read? What's wrong with you?
Oh, come on, man.
Stop writing for my game!
You've written so much. I really appreciate all the homebrew that is coming from you, from everybody else. Sagas is really easy to homebrew in, as shown by the fact that it's been out for like a week and a half, and there's already more homebrew than there is game.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I've been in the TTRPG world, I guess, or universe, for 40 plus years. I'm an forever DM, some would say. I don't stream or do anything fun like that, because I'm bad at it. But I do a lot of writing, designing, and whatnot for the universe, for the gaming universe, I should say. It doesn't matter what genre it is or game it is, I probably always have something going on for it. And I am currently an ingester for Alchemy RPG, which is a new virtual tabletop, which is super awesome. Everybody should check it out. And that is me. Somebody else speak. I don't do well at self-advertising.
How about you, Cyclone? Tell us about yourself.
I'm Cyclone. You can find me at my house, but I really don't have any social media. I draw, sing, code a little bit, obviously do some TTRPG. That's about it.
All right, thank you. And how about our resident queen?
Hi, I'm Juicy Garland. I'm a Boston area drag queen and super nerd. You can find me on the twitter.com at juicygarland and on Instagram at juicy.garland. I also do some streaming as well. You can find me on GM Mistress Winter's channel tomorrow night, playing Monster Hearts at 7 p.m. is when we start, and I am very excited about that. But yeah, I am very excited to play in tonight's episode as our space lesbian.
I'm excited for it too.
As opposed to the normal type of lesbian that you would be.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to clarify.
If you have not checked out Mistress Winter's Court over on Twitch yet, after this stream, go do that. She's amazing. All the work that gets done there is amazing. Totally not biased. I don't play on one of those. What are you talking about? I don't run tech for the mainstay campaign. But seriously,
no,
Mistress Winter's Court, everything is amazing. Super great roleplay, fantastic cast, every single show. It's great. But tonight, we will be watching and playing the second episode of Pulse. Our story follows the space expedition Pulse, sent to find the source of the strange signal that mutated the human race. Alice, the onboard AI, located the system where the signal originated and awoke the crew. When you arrived at the moon identified as the signal's origin, you detected 2 manufactured structures. one orbiting the moon and one on the surface. You investigated the alien wreckage in orbit first and discovered strange, code-like runes on the walls. Further in, you accidentally released a horrifying plant alien thing who attacked, went to the console, and set the ship to self-destruct. After killing the alien, you brought its body back onto the pulse just in time to get away from the collapsing vessel. It folded in on itself until there was nothing left, but not before a three-legged robot watched you depart. Dr. Cultures and Alice spent some time studying the alien body you had retrieved, and quickly realized it could not be categorized by human nomenclature. They determined that the creature was a captive on the ship and was not a part of the species that originally built it. We pick up just as this realization comes, and Alice's warning system kicks in. Proximity alert. Proximity alert. What do you do?
Well, I look for proximity. I mean, obviously, there's another crewman we don't know about.
Ship, report out.
Incoming vessel at super light speed.
Scale, speed, aggressive,
Unknown.
across the board.
We are
I'm gonna
in new territory. I have no relevant data.
I'm going to assume our ship does not have weaponry.
That is correct. Ship is not equipped with weapons.
Oh,
The core, the Iron Kid, your soul that powers the ship, as a sort of added benefit, in order to move the ship at hyper light speeds, it needs to give it this sort of shield. And that is constantly up, this dull purple glow as you look out the windshield, and these little sparks of harmless light floating around inside the cabin.
What kind of shields do we have?
Other than the one generated by the soul core that powers the ship, none.
And what kind of a shield is it? Is it like an energy shield like in Star Trek?
It's an energy shield. It's more magical. You and like the humans don't really understand how it works, what exactly it blocks and what it doesn't. It does block physical matter, but they don't know if it blocks what kinds of energy can go through and can't.
Okay. Is the ship able to reroute like subsystem power to enhance the shield?
Yes.
Ship, please reroute subsystem power to enhance the shields. And as soon as the ship is in range of our sensors and our antenna, please start hailing frequencies. And Dr. Bugs, you probably are the best with words, I guess. Do you want to talk to these people? Or try?
Yes, words are good. I have been studying the vernacular that we learned, and
that's fine. I just know the ship doesn't have a damn gun, so I can't shoot nothing.
Rerouting power. And the suddenly the glow outside of the ship across the windshield becomes more intense, and the little specks of light that float in and out of existence inside the cockpit start moving faster. Hailing. Comm frequency detected. Patching through. That static is followed quickly by the rapid beeping noise.
That's not talking.
Do I recognize that as the pattern of binary from the alien language on the other ship?
Make a check.
Oh no.
do a D10 because that's what it is. 5. Not great, not bad. So we'll see.
That is a failed check. You have no idea. The beeping is so rapid, it's almost a constant tone to you.
Robot, you got any ideas over there? You speak robot, right?
I'm not a robot, so no.
The doctor? Do you do this?
I don't really, but Ayanka, do you need oxygen to live? Currently, per se?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Then would you be a dear and maybe go look outside?
There's a window right here.
Well, maybe you need a closer look. You have weaponry on you. Maybe you could be the system's weapons?
Okay, so let me make sure that I understand what you're asking me. You want me to take my small arms fire and threaten a ship that may or may not be damaged by it?
Not threaten, but investigate. Is more of the word I would use.
We could strap you to the front of the ship, and you could stand there with your firearms and wave them around, and perhaps communicate that way.
I'm liking this plan less and less as we go along.
Yeah, okay, here, let me try something then. Maybe we don't speak robot, but maybe they speak people. And Bev's gonna just grab the mic. Hi. We don't speak your language, but perhaps you speak ours?
The beeping stops.
I don't know if that's good or a bad sign.
You speak English?
Speak yours.
It seems to be able to mimic our language by the words we say to it.
Do you have a translator for your language?
Translator. Speak yours.
Hi. We come in peace. Take me to your leader.
Thank you.
Guys, I don't know what to do. I got nothing to shoot.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
Who are you?
We friends.
Oh, that didn't sound ominous at all.
Wait, hold on. Did anyone say friends in the sentence?
No, I didn't say friends. So they know some of our words.
Warning.
We are friends too. Can we see what you look like on our screens? Can you
turn on FaceTime?
Suddenly there's a static from not the speakers that you're talking into, not the comms, but the microphones that you have in your ear for Alice. There's warning. My systems are breached.
Shit.
That's fine.
They appear to be harvesting data.
Uh-oh. I didn't do that.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
Dr. Mantis, do you want the comms now? I hope I didn't screw anything up. Here,
Suddenly
you take
there's
it.
a flash outside of the windshield, and you can suddenly see drifting slowly in front of you, a ship. A ship that is 300 feet long. Your windshield is very thin, very wide, but not very tall, so it's difficult to see everything out of. But best guess, you actually recognize some of the structural components of the ship you had investigated previously, the one that imploded in on itself.
Mm-hmm. Can we see into it? Does it have windows?
No windows.
Okay. How is it bigger than our ship, I assume?
Yes, your ship is about the size of a van. This is 200-300 feet long.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Like the size of a bus.
So it like massively outclasses us.
This is bigger than pretty much any vehicle our world has.
Yeah, it's the size of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing we can't run away, we can't shoot it. I guess we wait and find out if they murder us. So I'm gonna get my guns and hope for the best. See you guys. Dr. Bugs, you take the comms. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go get my guns. Ooh.
Oh, looks like we lost Corvus.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Shoot.
Oh
yeah.
no! What happened to Corbin?
My windows are all messed up now.
No.
Let me see if I can.
Corvus got blown out the airlock.
He posted in the chat, so he's gonna try and come back, but he doesn't know if he'll be able to.
All right, there. Some of the windows are back, but nobody's in the right spot.
I can see into forever.
But that's not good. I can't do that.
Okay, so then I'll walk up to the comms and I'll just kind of like tap it a little. Just tap tap. Yes, hi. Excuse us. We are an exploration expedition looking for radiation that has turned our people into mutations, and we came across another ship that looked very, very much like yours. There were some green creatures aboard that they attacked us and made the ship explode. I want you to know that was not us. We did not explode your ship. We are very, very friendly, and we just want to find out some information. If you have any information, that would be very nice. Perhaps we could talk face to face.
If I could roll my eyes, I totally would.
Greetings. We are what you may call binars. We are an artificial life form. We pose no threat to you. Thank you for volunteering information. We came at the request of the distress call.
I'm gonna call bullshit, and I'm gonna try and see if they're lying.
Go ahead and roll a check.
Alright. And I use my gambler on that one, right? See if they're bluffing or whatever, or...
Yeah, I'll allow it. That's
Okay.
creative.
Yeah, well, I'm a gambler, so why wouldn't I? 6.
It
Not the
is.
result I was looking for.
That is a failed check. It
Yeah,
is
I bet.
almost impossible to tell whether someone with no face and no vocal inflections is lying over a communication device.
Well, I figured I would need at least a 1 or a 2 on that one, and I did.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
Yeah, it's okay. It's worth a shot. Actually,
You
sound
are
legit.
The mutated. You are the mutated?
Uh-oh.
That would be you, Bugs.
You asked that quite ominously. Yes.
We knew you were coming. You are expected by both Binar and Thermian people.
That is when Bev walks back in, or comes back into the like cabin with her guns. Like, oh, that's funny. I dated a Binar once. She was fun. What's going on?
Could you explain what a Thermian is? Is that some sort of musical instrument?
Binars and Thermians are at war. This war has gone on for 400 cycles of your home.
That's a long war.
Space makes wars long.
Could you explain, why we are expected?
The Thermians discovered a craft, located your home, and sent a signal. They intended to give you power and recruit you to this war.
That didn't seem to work out very well, now did it?
It's a lot of information all at once.
Sorry.
Is there perhaps a diplomatic summit that we could discuss this with? A group, a neutral third party. I don't think we are equipped to get into the middle of a war, a total like planetary war. That's a little over our pay grade. Maybe that's Beth's thing, but I just study plants and bugs.
Agreed. You should withdraw. We mean you no harm.
Is that a threat? Ask him if it's a threat. Was that a threat?
Are you threatening me? I think you're threatening me.
You gonna ask him or do I need to?
I'm not gonna ask him.
The microphone is on, Bev. It's you can just ask.
Yeah, but it's like 5 feet. Okay, fine. And then Bev will walk like over like the 5 feet, and, like lean over you and like push you out of the way. Hi, yeah, this is Bev. I didn't get your name. Was that a threat? I just want to make sure. Well, we're talking like friends, you know. It seemed nice, and that wasn't a threat, was it? I don't like threats.
No. We are on the side of life and intelligence. We consider you intelligent.
I've heard that before, guys. I'm just saying.
Clearly haven't met us for very long.
If you are on the side of life and intelligence, what are the Thermians on the side of?
They are searching. Infected. Corrupted.
By what?
Unknown. Thermians crave death, violence, hate, life.
Is this their planet? Did you come to their planet? Are you invading and killing them because this is their planet, or did they come to your planet and try to destroy you?
Records of the war's beginning have been wiped.
That's
Of course it
convenient.
has.
Yeah.
Saying that no one really knows what you're fighting over. You're just fighting each other because it's what you've always done.
We protect life, including artificial life. We protect life from the Thermians.
Is your life artificial or biological? Just asking.
Asking for a friend.
We are what your kind would call robots, artificial.
And what is the origin of your species?
There's a long pause. And for the first time, you hear emotion come through the microphone. Unknown.
Fascinating.
Records wiped.
And that's very interesting. Well, thank you for sharing. Yeah, we want at least to hear no part in either of your conflicts. We remain neutral.
Record of how this signal was sent out and how it was able to mutate an entire planet. Is there any records that you have on that you could send over, perhaps?
Yes. And Alice's voice comes back. Doom, ding. Oh, that was not good. They had locked me down, but allowed me to observe the ongoings. Information incoming. Through the comms, you hear records sent.
As a show of good faith between our species, if you're capable of something like, say, perhaps interstellar travel, you wouldn't happen to be willing to share that technology with us that we could perhaps bring home, would you?
You offer a trade.
Well, as we offer neutrality for our species in your conflict and offer assurance that we will bring to our planet a promise of non-involvement in your war, right? If you could exchange for that knowledge and technology around interstellar travel, that could, we feel, be a fair exchange. That way there is no advantage provided to your war on either side. That does seem to me to be a reasonable exchange. A long-term ad infinitum non-involvement pact. Especially considering that you do appear to be concerned that your enemy, your long-term enemy, did attempt to give us some sort of advantage as a way to involve us in their side in this war.
Another long pause. You see the ship just outside your windshield, which is continuing to drift. suddenly activate thrusters and turn, rotating slightly. And a half dozen arm things detach from the ship and turn to point at you.
I hope to God I didn't just get us killed. I'm sorry, guys.
Your offer
What have you
indicates
done? What?
that if we refuse, you will no longer be neutral.
That isn't necessarily what I said. We do, at the moment, have neutrality, but we cannot commit to confirmed neutrality for a prolonged period. I mean, we currently remain in our neutral. That is true. But who knows what the future brings? And an exchange of good faith gifts, such as extended and confirmed neutrality, and a gift on your side, given the fact that your enemy has already attempted to provide such gifts, I don't know what the future brings for our species, right? But the other side, as you have just informed us, has attempted to provide those kinds of exchanges already without our knowledge. And now you have provided that knowledge.
Roll a check.
Shit. Well, that is not my... I just...
Mutually assured destruction? Let's do this.
That is that lack of planning and delicious arrogance that Bev has. What should I roll?
You are
Well,
rolling
it would be a
to,
D10. I got nothing.
Yeah, you're just rolling to convince them to
Actually,
give you shit.
yeah, I'm rolling a D12 for my lack of empathy. That's what I'm rolling.
The lack of empathy and the impatience. Because you're like, let's get this done. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, I'm taking the worst of both worlds, which is my lack of empathy. My socializing does not work here. I am the worst diplomat. And I rolled an 8.
The arms that are detached from the Binar ship continue to point directly at you. As an old game show from your home planet once said, no deal.
Oh, I thought I was going to quote Price is Right. Okay. The price is wrong.
Perhaps we should, and I'll say this away from the microphone to the rest of the crew. Perhaps we should flee to the surface of the planet and perhaps find these Thermians. Because the Binars obviously are not on our side anymore. We should go. We should go, right? Yes, now.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'm covering the mic. Yes. Well, we shall then take our leave, and we wish you the best in your conflict, and at the moment we shall remain neutral. And good luck in the future with your war, however that goes. Let's get out of here.
Thank you. Please depart quickly to remain safe. Thermians are certainly incoming.
We appreciate the warning. We shall leave.
Arms slowly go back to their original position and meld back into the surface of the ship, fitting very snugly back in their slots. And the large ship begins to turn, and then you can see a bright light begin to glow brighter and brighter towards its rear, and then there's a flash and then the ship is gone.
Assholes.
Wow.
All right, let's go find them.
You wish to descend to the surface, yes?
Yes.
Beginning descent. Please, strap in.
Look at that. The gun-toning maniac talked us out of a conflict.
I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed.
I know when I'm outclassed by bigger guns. All right, strap in and strap on.
I'm just chuckling the whole time because I'm just sitting here. I'm thinking to myself, if somebody had at least allowed me to at least say something, I might have been able to do something because I have the charmer talent.
And
Say that
never once
now.
butted in.
Nope, because
you
I'm polite. It's like, and I'm not going to antagonize the girl with the BFG who has zero patience.
Smart.
You could have antagonized. Well, we have a whole other species to piss off. You can do it then.
You
Yeah,
strap
that-
into
Like,
your little cubby holes in time for the descent to begin. It feels violent re-entering an atmosphere. And there is an atmosphere around this moon, apparently. From the surface, it looked a little bit like Earth, just more purple. It did appear to have like bodies of water on it and green continents. But as the ship descends further and further in and breaks through the bottom of a cloud, you can see through the windshield now the vast forests is the best way to describe them that you are flying over. You can see sort of mushroom-like trees mixed with these giant red plants that are akin to weeping willows with long dangling branches that wave in the wind. Alice searches and searches for a place to land and finds one quickly. You descend into a small alcove, a clearing in these large plants, all surrounding you, all varying from only a couple inches tall to 20 to 30 feet tall. It's definitely forest-like and looks akin to things that would be considered alive on planet Earth.
If it comes down to it, I think I'm going to use Dr. Corvus as a inhuman shield.
You're
Well-
a robot.
He's a veritable tank, and well, you know what? There's nobody on this ship that can fix me if I get broken.
Well, I'm going to rule that as a group, you agree that it's best for Dr. Corvus to stay behind. For the audience, unfortunately, Cyclone had to drop middle of our stream. Not sure if he'll be back. If he comes back, he'll catch up. Probably because something at the ship went wrong, but we'll find out when that happens.
Take away all my fun. I mean, really. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. All right.
Alice's voice comes back into your headset. Fortunately, the air here is breathable.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys don't breathe. You guys breathe.
Comparable to Earth's atmosphere, with less gravity.
That's a nice change.
And then, yeah.
Well, I still recommend suits.
I
Yeah.
also recommend suits.
All right, time to suit up.
Because we don't know if, well, even if the atmosphere is breathable by standards, we still don't know if there's anything else out there.
There are many unknowns, such as toxins, weather, and flora and fauna.
And possible alien robots that want to kill us.
Normally, I'm worried about the Earth robots who want to kill me, but I'll take that too.
Well, the Earth robots want to kill everybody, so it's not unheard of.
Could you perform a bariatric pressure analysis to see if there are any storms incoming?
One moment, please. No immediate weather changes detected.
Well, that's good for now then. Then hopefully there won't be any acid rain or blood rain or any other kind of crazy rain that will kill us in our tracks. Yes, this is good. This is good.
Blood
So-
rain?
Looking out the window, what are we seeing weather-wise and terrain-wise?
You are seeing pretty much what is here on the stream. You can see the tree right outside your door is this strange bluish green shade, and appears to have mushroom-like growths protruding from its trunk. And towards the top, you can see these long red vine-like things dangling down. There is not much else to see other than this kind of plant in all sorts of varying sizes. You can see ones that are just a couple inches tall that look adorable in comparison to the giant ones that are like 30 feet tall. But every single one has these red vines that dangle almost all the way to the ground.
We said that the alien creature didn't have organs, but it had a brain?
Yes, you discovered that it had a large clutch of neurons in what you would approximate its head to be.
That was the plant-like one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna, as we go out into the environment, I'm gonna just continuously scan for danger.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll a check.
Danger.
Yeah. All right.
Will Robinson?
Yes.
I was just thinking
Lost in space.
Lost in space.
I rolled a 6.
A 6 is not bad.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's not great. The constant shifting red vines in the wind make it very difficult to like search for movement because literally everything in your vision is moving. So you're trying to shift to searching for things that aren't moving. And also things that are moving because you're not sure what exactly threats look like here.
They look like us.
Damn Skippy, they do.
We're threats. Let's do this. To Alice, do we have an approximate direction that we need to head in to find this crashed vessel?
From where you're facing at the moment, straight ahead. No magnetic fields detected.
That's a good thing.
Alice, are you able to pick up any life signs now that we've seen living creatures like we did on the ship? Those plant-like creatures, for example?
I'm glad you think so highly of me, but I cannot yet detect what some other alien species might define as life.
It was worth a shot.
Working on a system now.
You could perhaps detect the neurons in the nervous system of the creatures. I know that they had a very, very scientific explanation for how that works that I'm not quite sure how to articulate at this very moment, but it could possibly work.
Rapidly firing neurons could provide a basis for a signal of detection.
Sure, whatever. As long as we can detect them.
I will notify you when I have a detection system.
Thanks.
Right then.
As we travel, I'm staying very, very purposefully between the two shooty McShooters. Nice and snug as a bug in a rug between the two of them.
I see what you did there.
So the
I like
question is who's in front?
Oh, it's me. With the
Okay.
big gun. Yeah.
Okay.
The side
bring it
mounted
to-
side mounted BFG. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to clarify, hey, because I didn't know if you wanted the android in the front or if you're going to be in the front. But
Oh no. Bev has been yearning to shoot this gun.
ever since she acquired it.
Also, I think that I would be holding up the party because every new plant, every new critter, every new spore is just bringing me so much joy that I have to pick them up and start smelling them and studying them and putting them into my journal and pressing them and writing down notes. And it's very annoying for everybody else, I'm sure.
No,
So-
it's every opportunity to pause is an opportunity to look for something to shoot at.
You
And
mentioned
when that-
smelling. Are you like removing your helmet temporarily to smell test these things?
It would be more
Yeah.
like her chest plate, but that's okay.
Yeah, like if Alice determines that there's no like toxins in the air or anything like that, like I'll take off my helmet and I'll use my little they're not antlers, antenna to just kind of smell things.
As you Alice does come over after about 20 minutes of walking. She notifies you that there are no toxins matching matching the human known toxins, like the toxins on Earth that have been discovered. None of those are here.
Alrighty then.
Do you take your helmet off once you get that message?
Yeah, I'll take it off, sure. I'll
As
be
the-
kind of cautious about it and just gotta, and then hopefully not die immediately.
The first whiff of this moon's air that you get it smells metallic. An overwhelming scent of like metal shavings. It smells like old coins and a little bit of blood and sort of like a metalworking shop. It quickly starts to leave that taste in your mouth as well.
Quite unpleasant. All right, well, onward and forward, my friends.
You got it, Doc.
Alright, let's do this.
Onward and forward it is. Alice has given you an approximation map of sorts that has been up on your display that indicates where this wreckage is that you're trying to find. It doesn't show most of the things that you're seeing, but it at least tells you what direction to go. After about an hour of walking, you've traveled about a mile at this point. Because you have to keep stopping and like you're being very, very careful not to step on anything that looks like moving. You're being very careful to keep an eye out for any potential threats.
Well, it is a
You come
jungle
to another
as well.
clearing at the base of a much, much larger one of these trees. In fact, it's not really a clearing. It's a clearing underneath this canopy. The willow branches dangle down, and you sort of like brush them aside and go into this place. And the pure white light from this moon, from the sun that gives light to this place, plays very strange shadows across the ground and across the large trunk of this tree. You can see a small spring of some clear liquid that has a slight purple tinge to it. The ground itself here seems like it's growing a moss or a fungus that's much darker colored than everything else. Dr. Cultures, you're guessing that this is some sort of plant or something that enjoys shade and just cultivates here best. But the thing that catches your attention most, at the center of this clearing, you can see a structure of sorts. This sort of hedron pyramid that continues, just maybe like 4 feet tall, comes to a very sharp point and appears to be made out of some sort of crystal, but it's very cloudy and opaque, sort of like quartz. The other thing you notice quickly after is of a much more recognizable kind of structure entangled in the roots of this giant tree. It appears human-made.
Doc, A, what the hell is that? B, what the hell is that?
It's C. What the hell is that?
I don't have answers to A and B, but C is obviously some sort of Earth structure. Did we ever send another expedition?
Has there ever been a ship that could make it out here?
No known records of any human ship traveling this far.
Of course not.
That was really
I want to walk
rhetorical,
over.
thanks.
I want to walk over to the purple mushroom water and take a sample of it and see if Alice can determine the molecular structure. I'm looking for any toxic elements, right? Because the elements in theory are all the same throughout the universe, right? Just in different quantities and structures. So if this is an H2O like liquid, it could be ingestible, right? But if it's off by a single molecule, it could kill us instantly, right?
Right. You there's like vials attached to your suit that you take off, and they're exactly for this purpose. You scoop some up, put it in the vial, close it, and reattach it to your suit, and Alice quickly analyzes it. And I'm not about to go into the molecular structure of this purple mushroom water. We're going to call it purple mushroom water, and you know that it is toxic to humans.
Can we just pause and reflect on the weird poetic sound of purple mushroom water? Because we keep saying
I got that from the chat. That was
Thanks, Sean.
Prunka. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
if you drink that water, I will shoot you.
If you drink this water, you will be in very, very much pain, and I would probably suggest that you shoot somebody. Yes. So don't drink the water. Yes.
It does kind of look like Kool-Aid, though. I mean, I was kind of tempted. I'm not gonna lie.
It's grape Kool-Aid. That's what it looks like. Okay, let's
Yeah.
It's canon.
not drink that.
No.
Let's not drink the Kool-Aid, guys.
But like with edible glitter, right? Like I'm not
Yeah.
crazy, right?
All
Han
glitter
sparkles
can
in
be
response.
edible if you eat it.
Right. So yeah, the water's cool and everything, but what about that? As like Bev points to the human-looking structure, and that the crystal pyramid. Those are weird,
Well,
right? Like I'm not.
We should probably go investigate the human structure first. There might be survivors who could tell us what the crystal structure is, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe there's like an aging hippie in there who built that.
Aging hippie. That works.
All right, I'll lead the way. Let's go.
Do it.
You go to the roots of the tree, and you quickly, sort of push aside. The roots themselves are bendy, which is not what you expected, but it makes it easy to retrieve this very, very wrecked structure. You can see triangular metal bars structured like legs. You start looking through it. It's clearly some sort of satellite or space probe that was sent a long time ago. And I would like whoever is leading the investigation to make a check.
I'm leading the way, as in leading the way to shoot things that are dangerous, but I'm not leading the investigation. That would be stupid.
Go ahead and make a safety check for me, if you will, Bev.
Oh, yeah, a safety check, yes, for safety.
Oh my gosh.
An 8.
Probably
it's safe,
not
guys.
Safe. No, you're pretty sure it's not safe. You just don't know what about it isn't safe.
Be careful. I don't trust it.
I'll start looking around, but I'm going to initiate one of my struggles that I have bad eyesight. Because as a human, I had really bad eyesight, and that was just extended when I got my mantis eyeballs. So I'm going to use a D12.
And you're not wearing your helmet right now. You don't even have your magnifying glasses.
I don't. But I rolled a 1. I'm not even joking. If I could, if it was appropriate to share my screen, I would share my screen so you could see.
The first thing you see is that painted across the side of one of these, one of the legs, in English, you can see written there, Voyager 5.
We're waiting for her to share that information.
This is obviously one of ours. It's written in English and it's Voyager 5 and I never stayed up to date with any of the space travel. That was never my forte. So I don't know who sent it, but this is one of ours.
Okay, and I mean we kind of got that.
Well, obviously that means that this is probably how the
What are they called? I wrote it down.
The
Hangars
bisexuals.
or the Thermians?
No, Thermians.
this is obviously how the Thermians were able to find us.
Oh,
That they were able to find another civilization out there.
never dated one of those.
Yeah, I thought it was a musical and perhaps I was wrong, so.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had, Bev.
I mean, I'm popular.
I'm getting that sense.
Can I determine if there's any are there any remains inside this probe? Is there did they send a monkey up with it? I don't know. Some sort of DNA, perhaps?
Still rolling off of your 1. You don't find any DNA. You don't really have time to scrub it for prints or anything. But you quickly determined that there was no living space inside it. This was way too small to have any cockpit of any sort.
I'm sorry, I just have to get this out of my brain. I imagined a dog with a name tag that just said Leica 2 back in the habit.
Well, I don't know how this relates to the pyramid. So perhaps are there if there's cords or pipes or magic or something? I don't know. I'm not I'm not a mechanic. I don't know how these things work. If it had bugs, I could deal with it. If it had plants, I could deal with it. Like
Did you try like whacking it?
No, why?
Maybe that'll
why,
like get it working again. I don't know. It worked with like old televisions.
Why would I do that? No,
What?
I don't hit things. I look at them.
And I'll
I mean,
find some
it was
kind of
just a
cool looking
suggestion.
plant. Pick up a
Do
plant.
do you want me to kick it?
I mean, I was just a suggestion. Maybe it'll start working again. Who knows? Eh. So, what do we do with it? Anything?
No, it's about the size of an old TV, like a 19-inch TV, right? Like a tube TV, or is it a little bit bigger than that, right? Remember the Voyager
a little
probes
bit
were not
bigger,
very
yeah.
big.
The
Yeah, they
main
weren't very
structure
big.
is about that size, maybe like a couple feet across. The legs
Right.
stick out further than that, though. Or at least they
Right.
did when it was whole.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to gauge the actual size of the structure itself. So,
Mhm.
you know, if we wanted to carry it, we could, but it probably weighs about a good 150, 200 pounds.
It's probably quite heavy.
Bev could lift it.
Actually, no.
Yeah, but
No,
carrying
it's
it
actually
for a long
probably
period-
quite light.
Right,
Because
but
it
carrying
was...
it for a long period of time is gonna be problematic. It would be my guess.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't be able to fire your gun.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I want to be able to fire my gun. All right. So we know what it is, I guess. I don't know. Take some pitches, and that's good enough, I guess. Do we wanna check out the hippie pyramid?
Pyramid.
Do you want to go look at that, Doc?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Although, again, rocks, not my forte. Bugs and plants. Bugs.
I mean, you
and
got like what, 10
plants.
doctorates?
I have 6.
None of them are for
Thank you very
rocks?
much. But it's all bugs and plants. How many times do I have to? Bugs and plants.
Ugh. Did anyone in your family have a rock doctorate before they died?
There was one, but that was over 75 years ago.
And see, don't ever say I never listen.
I'll go over to the pyramid and start, I don't know, inspecting it, kind of poking it with my claws.
Go ahead and roll a check to poke at random.
Poke it. Random. I'll do another D12 because I'm looking at it and I'm trying to look at anything that it's doing.
What question?
Oh,
Wouldn't it be
no.
better to poke that with tools? I mean, oh, don't touch that with. Oh, you touched it with your hand.
that's an 11.
Absolutely nothing happens. Clink, 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 tap, 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 tap. This structure appears unresponsive.
In an effort not to give myself an aneurysm, I'm going to just start studying the area around us to survey for potential threats.
Okay.
So that I don't have to pay attention to the doctor randomly touching stuff with her bare appendages.
Go ahead and make a check to check for threats.
Okay, and since I don't have any kind of observational skills, that would be on a 10.
Yep.
A 3.
It is very, very difficult to ignore the constant crystalline tapping that you can hear at all times within any sort of vicinity of Dr. Culture's and the quartz-ish obelisk. You keep glancing back at the thing. Yeah.
On that note, Bev is going to start poking at it to also try to do something with it with her gun.
Clang, clang, clang. Wow, that helps.
You get so fed up with these two just like basically attacking this thing that you walk over, give it a once over, and the first thing you notice is that there is like the cloudiness inside of this crystal has some sort of structure that immediately appears to be runes of some kind. Not the language you saw on the ship, something different, something much more curved and put together, almost like an artwork more than text. But it appears to have like several repeating patterns.
Like Viking or Celtic type runes, or
yeah,
more. Okay. Not that because I'm descended from Irish, so my character is anyway, and so I would have seen some of them around with some of the older generations and stuff.
You don't recognize any of the words, but it does appear to be text.
And it is in like a pattern, or like the instructions.
Pattern is just how you know that it is text. It appears to use an alphabet.
Okay. Right who? Well, I am not
Scratching at the rock.
Enough.
Bing, 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 bing.
I will turn to the doctor that is randomly poking at it, point at the text and say, "Oi, what do you make of this?"
Go ahead and make a check to see what you make of it.
I don't know, DM. What do I make of it?
This is also going to be a D12.
And that's also another 11. I don't know shit, guys.
The text was cloudy to begin with. It's no wonder you didn't see it.
Doc, I thought you were a cunning linguist.
Looking at it, you still don't.
Like, trying to put my glasses on, which I realize aren't there, and I'm like, I don't, and my face is pressed like against this rock.
Just put your helmet on, for Pete's sake.
I will remind you that one of the mechanics in Sagas is when you're out of combat, you can spend 1 effort point to help, which allows your ally that you're helping to roll an extra die.
I'll spend the effort.
Unfortunately, you need to spend effort before the die is rolled.
Yeah, but I'll spend it so she can do it again.
All right.
Like,
now that you know that there is text there.
And I just point directly at it and guide her towards it. And then I remind her, put your freaking helmet on. You can see better that way.
You can magnify. Hit the button with the.
Let's magnify to 10%, please.
And I get like I don't know if you ever saw like the Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp, where he's got like the little headset that's got like the cool little magnifiers that come up.
Yeah.
And that goes like that, and it just kind of like adds magnification.
Go ahead and make another check. Still using D12s, but because of the help, you get 2 of them, and you take the lower.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled 1, so I rolled a 3 and a 7. I will take the 3.
So with a 3, it is indeed text. You can't read it, but there are sort of arrow-like structures indicating a centralized part where there is no text inside of it. It's like this arrows pointing at this blank part in the structure.
There's that I know, and then there's this blank bit here. There's that's about it. I don't know. Bugs and plants. Not ancient texts and other texts and rocks. Bugs and plants.
But you did the whole language thing like yesterday. I thought you did the languages too.
I can do languages, but that language was it was very simple. This is curly whirly, and it's got all these weird things. That one was very it was pragmatic. It had patterns. There was shapes and geometry. This
Oh,
is
you only do triangles. Got it. Okay. So we need okay.
yes.
So like you can't read Chinese, but you can kind of do Korean. Got it. Okay.
So the smartest person here is not able to figure it out. So we have two choices.
No objections.
We could leave it and move on, or we could blow it up.
I don't hate it.
Out of character, I can only do one language per level, so
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
I gotta level up until I can read this.
I'm just giving you shit. I get it.
Bugs and plants.
Wait, when are we gonna level again? Oh wait, never. Okay, got it.
Fine. Let's just move on. I mean, this isn't gonna shoot at us, I don't think.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
I think it could be an epitaph of some kind. Perhaps this is some sort of memorial. That it appears that something needs to be written on this blank section. However, and I'll take my claw and I'll just kind of scratch my name in to
The instant
the
your
blank bit.
claw touches that section of the crystal, that entire portion, maybe like a couple inches across in a circle, just sinks in, and pieces, like little drawers, pop out of this thing that you didn't even know were there. We're just flush with it, and they just pop out. Two of them, one each on opposite sides of this thing, and they contain books, like very, very old paper and ink books, and they are both in English. One of them appears to be a dictionary with the dictionary that is mostly diagrams, a Pictionary, if you will. The other one appears to be a medical textbook.
Well, that's boring. I was hoping for something more, I don't know, explosive? Meh.
Are digging into both of these. What did the diagram show in the dictionary?
All sorts of things, mostly chemical compounds. It appears to be like this was a very universal, like this is what exists in the universe and this is what we call it. Sort of like introduction to English through physics and chemistry.
Gotcha. The universe for dummies. Got it.
That would be awesome.
And then the medical textbook, is there anything highlighted, or are there pages ripped out, or anything that's been dog-eared?
No, it actually appears pristine.
Is it a generalized medical textbook, or is it based on something specific, like diseases or infections?
It is generalized, mostly pertaining to the structure of the human body.
Okay.
Well, I think our the good doctor would be interested in this textbook, although probably has already read it more than 100 times. But these are our English textbooks. Perhaps this is how the aliens here were able to contact us. Perhaps they learned. There's an old book that was published sometime like about 120 years ago called Tarzan. And he learned how to speak English. He was like raised by apes, and he learned how to speak English by reading children's books. And so perhaps these aliens contacted us because they read a medical textbook.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for danger while you do this. Have fun. I'm gonna go walk the perimeter, because that makes me feel useful.
Are there any other buttons, I guess? I'm assuming that this thing I pressed was a button of some kind. Can I look over this this pyramid and see if there's any other buttons?
Yeah, go ahead and make another check.
Making a heck of a lot of checks tonight.
Love it.
It's a 5.
We are trying to test the system.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, we're making a heck of a lot of checks. Which
With
is awesome.
a 5, you don't find any more specific button places, but you do find grooves, something that is built-in grooves with notches deep inside that appears to be like something else is supposed to be connected to this thing.
Were there any like cords or wires in the satellite? Or
No.
Okay.
The satellite was very, very analog.
And this mushroom tree, it has like vines that come down?
Yes, no, this entire place that you're in has these dangling red weeping willow-like branches.
I'm just going way out of the box. I'm gonna grab one, try and stick it in the groove and see if it fits. Just straight up
Grab a
Avatar
leaf,
with the...
You grab it and try to shove it into the groove on this clearly manufactured crystalline structure. You shove it in, not even close to any form of fitting, not the right shape, not the right size, not even a solid thing. It's not working.
We hypothesize here. Sometimes it doesn't work out.
You all suddenly get a ping in your helmets, and Alice comes on and says, "Alien life detection. Success. Alien neurons are now able to be detected at a range of 30 feet." And immediately your display lights up, ping, 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 and highlights 4 forms hiding, watching you from beyond the angling.
Oh, I thought you were going to say from beyond the grave, but okay.
Do we have like a map on a HUD?
No, it's not a map. It is like when you look at them, they are outlined in red, no matter what they're hiding behind.
Okay. Are they... they're just watching us?
Can't tell. You're not sure how to define watching for this alien species. They're not moving, though.
Can we determine where the compass points are? Was that established
Yes,
through the ship or whatnot?
this moon does not have a magnetic field.
Oh, that's right. So there's no compass point. So saying north, south, east, west is going to be irrelevant in this situation.
Not until we
what
have a
about
map. Once we
Right.
have a map, I know what you mean by north.
Okay, so what about clock face? So like when we were leaving the ship, we would say directly away from the ship would be like 12, the 12, and we went in a straight line from the ship, more or less. So going around the clock, about where would the hand be between, on the clock? So it would be like 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock. What
From
direction? would
facing the
they be
direction
in?
you came from, facing away from the direction you came,
Mhm.
as you entered this clearing, the alien life forms are at about 5 to 7 o'clock. It appears they followed you here.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around, take my BFG, and I'm gonna start approaching them slowly. With my gun trained on the closest one, and I'm gonna see what they do. And if they move threateningly, I'm just gonna open fire.
One of them, the largest of the four, stands with you. And you can see it has a much more humanoid form than the last time you interacted with one. Plant-like life form. You can see its shoulders and head have almost like, can't tell if it's really armor, but they appear to be mushrooms, almost streamlined. The rest of its surface appears to be clean, featureless, but with a human musculature. So you can see pecs, biceps, abs, shoulders, and a completely blank and featureless face. No eyes, no hair, no nose, no mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop moving once I'm close enough and
It stops
just
moving.
Okay, I'm gonna aim and just wait to see what it does.
It mirrors your movements, though it's not holding anything.
And I will wait and continue waiting.
That's not disconcerting at all. So, I will step up next to Bev.
As you step up next to Bev, you can see this creature suddenly moves its head slightly to face you and begins mirroring your movements.
And I will keep my gun trained on it.
So, hands up, and in a clear voice, say, "Hello."
No response.
Can we help you with something?
And
Doc,
The pyramid, trying to fit stuff into these grooves, just kind of frantically looking for stuff and just seeing like if there's anything in my pockets, like just trying to fit stuff in these grooves.
What? Yes. Oh, we have guests. Hello.
unclear if hostile.
Well, obviously they're not hostile because they're not trying to kill us.
And
Yeah.
I'll just kind of stand up and walk over towards them.
Them not trying to kill us does not make them not hostile.
And I'll just walk up to the biggest one and just kind of put my hand out.
Hello.
it looks down at you, and it towers above you. This thing's like 10 feet tall.
Oh.
It faces down at you. Looks at the outstretched hand and puts its appendages out, which as you watch slowly form, and one of them slowly forms into a mantis-like scythe like you have, and another one forms into a hand like a human would have.
Thank you. I appreciate. I feel seen. Hello, I'm Dr. Cultures of Grind on Earth. You probably may not have heard of me, but what is your name? Do you have a name? Mayup. Okay. That's a very nice name. Do you speak English at all? We found your books, and I'll hold up the books.
It reaches out its hand towards the books and snatches them out of your grasp.
Oh, well, was not very kind of you. These are our books. They came from our planet. We were looking at them. You must ask before you take things from other people.
It looks up and begins walking briskly towards you, Bev.
Gun!
It's not stopping. It's going straight towards you.
If it gets within 5 feet, I will shoot.
It comes in melee.
It's
with you.
going.
Oh, then it's getting shot now.
And we are going to roll reaction when we come back from our break.
Oh no.
Shots have been fired. Violence will ensue when we come back. Please don't go anywhere. We are, this is getting very intense very quickly. And we are going to continue the intensity. We're picking right up as we get back. Get up, stretch, get a drink of water. If you've been sitting around for a while, make sure you move around. And come back here in 15 minutes at the top of the hour. See you all then. Welcome back, everybody.
It's a battle map.
This is a battle map, and this is going to get very violent very fast.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, you all are going to die. I'm just gonna go back to the ship and not be able to do anything.
Run away.
That's right. Owlbear Rodeo. Should probably go to that. That'd be smart. That's yep.
You could look on at the stream, or at my camera that I'm showing you guys, or you can go to the actual set that works too.
Well, I can actually control my character on Owlbear Rodeo. So.
That's true. So this thing is in melee with Bev and the Iron Kid. And there are 3 more somewhere back here.
But they're significantly smaller than the one that we're engaged with, right?
Correct. And with that, let's get some
Let's get jiggy.
reactions rolled.
I'll get jiggy with it. Alright, I got that. Alright, so that's a straight up D10, right?
Huh? Oh shoot, I gotta actually pull up the
The
stats for
critters?
these things.
Yeah. Well, I ain't
Might
going
helpful.
first.
Was there a specific link to the map on
You
Owlbear?
can- I can throw it in our chat real quick.
There was, I scrolled up to the one that was on there.
Nope, wrong one.
Oh, okay. Oh, that. Oh, I found it. Never mind. I lied. Ha!
Okay.
Got it.
It's 2 seconds slow.
I heard
Oh,
that
there's
about
that
you.
big boy on the map. Look at that.
Heck yeah. Kudos
Yeah.
to Rook Zero for this wonderful art. Everything he does is amazing. He did all the art for Sagas as well.
I love that. That is fun.
Alright, scroll down to the stat blocks that I'm using for these alien boys.
They're just big Pokemon, right?
Yeah, you just poke them. You just poke them, man.
Hey.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he's in melee range. So I wasn't able to shoot this thing before it got quite to melee range?
No, you said you'll shoot once it's within 5 feet. And melee
in my
range,
mind,
the
5
zones.
feet was before melee shoot.
Ah, that is okay. That is okay. We can say that it is like here then.
Okay, yeah, that in my brain didn't do the thing where I
Should probably
remembered
be here.
rules. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is like how close it is right there from like edge to edge. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, if I can find... There it is. Give me a screenshot of that stat block. Thank you. You know, yeah, we're all pros here. We definitely had this all set up and prepared beforehand so that there are no delays whatsoever. None.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Professionals.
That's us.
Nothing but prepared at all times.
Professional BSers. Yep, that's us.
All right. So, anybody with a 1?
Oh, right. What were rolling dice? I did
Yes.
that.
Yes.
No,
Reaction
no 1.
check.
I
How about?
wish I had rolled a 1.
Well, wishes don't. There's a line that starts with that. Wait, I don't remember what it is though.
If wishes
Yeah,
were
yeah.
horses, then beggars would ride.
There you go.
There you go.
Looking for 2s.
I got a 2.
Nice.
Wow.
The scientist goes
I know.
first.
It's a terrible idea.
The gunners are gonna probably go last, but the scientist goes first.
4.
It's gonna be a while
5.
before you get
That's
to me.
me. I got a 5.
Okay.
Also, I love the colors on this map. It
I
rad.
know.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're really cool colors.
The map, I believe, is by Domille, I want to say. Domille. And I just played with the coloring a lot to make it look alien. It started out as a beautiful central spring in like a Fey realm, and I just screwed it up.
Perfect.
As we do, we screw stuff.
And what'd you get, Iron Kid?
A 9.
Ouch!
Oof.
I said I ain't going first.
All right. Up first, we've got Dr. C.
Oh man, what do we even do?
You
Do
can
I-
hear the barrels winding up just and you know that means that Bev has already pulled the trigger. It just takes a second to fire.
I'm just gonna shout. Why must you always solve problems with the guns? Stop it! And I'm gonna try and communicate with this big boy. It's like, we're here to help. We're friends. Please don't kill anyone. We want to help. And I want to try and just get a message across.
You
To
might want to
maybe,
hit the
like-
dirt.
Go ahead and make a check. That'll be your action.
That's fine. I'm a scientist. I'm not gonna go in and try and. Oh, that's a 2. That was good.
And who are you yelling at?
The big guy.
The big guy. You're-
Trying to just kind of let him know, like we're friends. We're not trying to hurt you. As her barrels are winding up, and I'm gonna like kind of run over here.
All right, that's your movement. You were waving. Blah, 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 is basically what it hears and sees.
Yeah.
So this praying mantis doctor scuttles 15 feet to the side while waving and blabbering in unknown language. And the creature seems to take notice and pause for a moment. And now it's
Probably
Bev's
looks
turn.
horrifying.
Oh, excellent. Now it's easier to hit. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, so I aimed. So that's great. So I got a D6 to hit.
All right, so your aim to inform the audience what aim does. Go ahead.
Yes. So on a ranged attack, I can forego my move action and spend effort to take aim at an enemy, making my attack more likely to hit. And I have that at rank 5. So that means I get to spend 1 effort and use a D6 to take a hit. But additionally, if I land a critical hit, I get to deal additional damage to a total of 3.
It's insane a little bit.
Yeah, so I
little
don't
bit.
get a critical hit, but I did roll a 5.
A 5. Does a 5 hit this boy? It does. A
Excellent.
5 does hit.
And I'm using my gyro-mounted heavy machine gun, which means I'm going to do 2 damage.
2 damage. So describe what this attack looks like.
Yes, so I'm, of course, in my full armored suit with my helmet on, and this is my side-mounted machine gun. So it's just rattling off a spray of bullets at this large creature, and the spray of bullets just go right through it, and right through, and that just peppers it with holes.
And it does work. It appears to take lots and lots of damage. A substance that you assume is blood-like begins to pour out of its several, like, dozen wounds that appear in its chest and across its shoulder.
If Bev knew words good, she'd call it Icor.
This Ichor, I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Either way, she doesn't give a shit.
Begins to ooze out of the creature from its wounds. That's your entire turn. And now it is the creature's turn. The creature is large, so it is going to make alright. Technically it is in melee with all of you because it is large and has a much wider reach. It grows, well, we'll say it was 10 feet tall, it was medium. Now it's going to grow. It is now large. It is close to 20 feet tall. You can see the footprints it leaves behind sink inches into the ground. And it takes its praying mantis-like claw and slashes downwards at Bev. I need you to make an avoid check, please.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's a... okay. We got military training. Okay, cool. Six?
A 6 is a failure. You take a point of damage as the approximation of Dr. Cultures' arms lashes out towards you with lightning speed. And it opens up a cut in your suit that immediately begins hissing as air begins to escape. You know that the air is breathable, but had this been a vacuum, that would be a major problem.
Yeah, don't love that.
Next up is the the smaller ones. And each one of them is going to make an attack against each of you. Oh wait, first this guy's going to move one step closer here. Actually, no. He's going to move into your zone. Which means that that zone is now over capacity. It is crowding you. You are too close. You and the Iron Kid and Bev are too close to each other and too packed in with this thing to make an effective attack. So unless you move out of the zone first, you cannot attack you can't attack while you're in a zone that's over capacity.
Okay.
The other creatures are going to begin moving and flanking. And each of them is going to make an attack against each of you. I need all of you to please make avoid checks.
I can fail this.
Do they have ranged?
Yes, they actually they appear to have bow-like protrusions on their arms that are like a part of them. They're not like weapons that they picked up.
And avoid checks are D10s?
If you don't have
Unless
anything
you-
to boost it, just like a regular check,
Okay.
it would be a D10.
Okay. Oof.
My 10-sided doesn't like me tonight.
I rolled a 2.
2 is a success.
I rolled an 8, so...
And both of those 8s
I'm
are
getting
failures.
slammed.
Each one of you takes a single point of damage as these arrow-like things made of thorny plants whiz right by Bev's head, and they strike each of you, catching Dr. Cultures in the abdomen and the Iron Kid in one of your metallic arms, sort of by the bicep. Next up is you, Kid.
Alright, so this up here cannot be moved into. That's the beeger thing, right?
That can be moved into. That is the crystal obelisk. It's actually not that wide. It only takes up one
Right.
capacity. It's only 4 feet tall and maybe
So it
a
could
foot and a half
provide
wide.
cover technically, then, right?
It might be able to provide some cover.
At least a D8, I would imagine. All right. So where's the other one? Oops, that's Dr. Cultures. I don't want Dr. Cultures. All right, that's where they are. I'm going to go here, and then do I want to go there? Yeah, I want to go there. And I am gonna open up on the big guy because I can.
You open up and tell him all your thoughts and feelings.
Yes, I do with my my ivory-handled spell slinger pistols. So I get 2 attacks because I have 1 pistol in each hand. The primary is a D8, the secondary is a D12.
All right.
Because that's how we determine dual wielding works. So where's my dice roller? Here we are. So on the D8 roll, I got a 6. On the D12, I got a 2.
Both of those are going to hit.
All right. So that's 1 point each.
That's right. And as these two, what does it look like as these ivory-handled pistols fire?
Well, it's just like chunks just blow off of him because they're magic bolts, like magic missiles.
Are they invisible?
Well, they're force weapons, so I don't know. As far as I understand it, magic missiles in D&D are not visible until they actually strike what they're trying to hit.
We'll say that these pistols do indeed fire invisible shots of like condensed gravity. As they rip through this large creature's figure, you can see the mushroom-like helmet just gets blown apart on one side, and another shot takes it in the leg, and it goes down to one knee, and you can hear a... All right, back to the top with Dr. Cultures.
That's right.
I just kind of shout out, Mealorp, stop attacking us, please! And I want to run over here and try and hide behind this log. I have a trait for shadowy statue. I can become completely still when hiding, so I can use a better die to hide.
So your check is to hide from these things?
Yeah, I kind of want to squish myself up kind of underneath this log a little bit. I want to just, if my idea is that if they can stop attacking me, I can maybe do something later. But I want to kind of hide on like under or beside this log a little bit.
All right, go ahead and make a check for that.
I get to use a D8. No, yes, a D8. Ooh, not good. That's only a 7.
Yeah, 7. It's hard
Only
to
a
tell how these things know whether or not something is there or what they look like when they know something is there. But judging by your notions of how these things might be able to sense what's around them, you're probably not that well hidden.
Okay.
That is your action. It is a failed check. You do get an effort point back.
Yay.
And a reminder that you can spend all 3 of your effort points to combo, which adds 1 die and 1 damage to an ally's attack. Next up is you, Bev.
Yes, and before I roll, remind me, how do you get effort points back?
2 ways: failing checks and resting.
All right. So we are just going to go ahead and we are going to take a step back.
You are still considered in melee with this thing because its reach is so long.
Yes. But I can still shoot at it, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So then I can't aim, but I can shoot. So we're going to take another shot with our gyro-mounted machine gun. All right, so we are going to roll using our military conditioning because we can withstand extreme environmental and emotional stress.
I
That's
think that
right.
constitutes.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 5.
And what are you trying to do exactly?
Shoot with my big gun at the monster.
Ah, shoot with your big gun at the monster. A 5 will hit.
Excellent. So then I do 2 damage.
All right, 2 damage
It's a
with
BFG.
the giant gun, and this thing is looking real rough.
Good. That's how I prefer it. I prefer it more dead, but I mean, real rough is better than not rough.
It is getting very close to dead. Next up is its turn, though, and it is going to lash out at you again, Bev. Please make it a void
I don't like
check.
that. The void check. All right. 5.
A 5 is exactly what you needed. That is a success.
I'm not
Yeah.
feeling great either, so I'll take it.
It is going to move here into right up next to the little obelisk, and it's going to take the books and it's going to put them back inside the obelisk, and it's going to close the drawers and start tapping the thing, and you can see it begin to light up. Next up is the littler ones. They are going to move around this way, and they are going to take shots again, one at each of you. Everybody avoid checks, please.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 4.
Same.
Success.
I
Success.
got a
Hey.
6.
And a success. All of the attacks miss. Next up, we have the Iron Kid.
All right, so all he did was try to hit Bev and then go and put the books back.
Yes. He successfully injured Bev and then swiped again and missed, and he went to go put the books back. Now he's doing something at the obelisk.
All right. Okay, I don't know what he's doing, but I don't like the fact that he's doing it, so a 7 and a 5. So I shot at him.
A 7 is going to... Actually, those will both hit again. This thing is an easy target, and with both of these shots, you manage to bring this thing down. One of them goes through the leg, it hunches, and as it stands right up again, another, you can see just the back of its neck explode, and its head flops forward onto the ground, and it is no more.
Whammo! That's right. And I pretend like I'm gonna blow on each of my pistols, and then I'll reholster them because I can.
You want to move?
Well, I don't know what the range is on these little boogers, or whether or not they're gonna still attack us after that is done. But I think I'm good where I'm at because Cultures is behind me, and Bev is in the zone to my left-ish. So yeah, I'm in a good position, so I think I'm just gonna stay there.
All right. Dr. Cultures, you're next.
I'm gonna stand up and say, "Stop shooting! We've offended them! They're just trying to protect what's theirs! Stop shooting!" And then I'm gonna try and hide again.
All right, go ahead. Make your stealth check. Or the equivalent of a stealth check.
A 4.
Much better.
Go either way.
You feel more hidden. That is not a failure. So you do not get effort from that. Bev, you're next.
All right. Do the other 3 appear hostile still?
They definitely still have their weapons out.
Yeah, okay, then we're gonna aim at the one to the south, and we're gonna shoot.
All right, go ahead and take your shot.
And that means we're gonna use my last effort for now. I rolled a 6.
Okay, that is a hit.
Oh.
You deal your 1 point of damage to that guy.
My 2 points of damage.
Oh, that's right, 2 points of damage. You just shred this thing
It's
completely.
a BSG.
Just as the gatling of your gun begins to spin and rotate faster and faster, it like a freaking lawnmower just takes this thing down into pieces. Which one was it?
The southernmost one.
One at the bottom.
All right. And next,
That always
unless
goes
you
to
want to
the
move.
bottom.
did
No,
you aim?
she can't. She aimed.
Gotcha. Then next up is their turn. This one is going to sprint this way towards the obelisk, and this one is going to move here and move its body in the way. As if it's trying to protect its companion with its physical form. Next up is the Iron Kid.
So they did not take any shots this time round.
They did not.
And they're clustered around the carcass of the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that standard hand motion where I take my fingers of my hand, aim them at my eyes, and then turn and aim them at the bugs. Like I'm watching
Do you want to make a check of some sort?
like an intimidation style check? Yeah, let's do
Sure.
that. Let's see if I can intimidate them with a
Glare
6.
and brandish your weapons.
Oh, I'm not brandishing any weapons. I'm watching you.
Hmm.
I'm doing an intimidation thing with a 6.
They seem to be paying you no mind whatsoever. That's a failed check. You get an effort point back.
Yay!
Next
Alright
up
then.
is Dr. Cultures.
Only move one zone at a time, right?
Right. Well, you can use your action to move again.
Okay. Then I want to move twice to this other side here, and unthreateningly, I want to just observe.
Okay, you sort of like crouch down, take stock of what's happening, quietly as you can. That's your turn. Bev, you're next.
I really want to shoot, but Doc, what do I do now?
It's fine. Look, it's fine here. How are you?
That
you
wasn't.
hear you hear Alice in your ear. They are hostile. You must destroy them.
Understood. And I will shoot the closest one.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
A 7?
A 7 does not hit.
Ah, well.
It manages to get out of the way of your of your gun
Bullet
this
spray.
time around.
Yeah.
Next up is them. One of them is going to continue to arms splayed, try to protect its companion, and Hortensia, you can see the second one continue to press buttons on this obelisk that begins to glow brighter and brighter. And
shit.
you can hear him.
All right, I got it. All right, they're gonna be able to. Can you hear me? Come on, let me know if you can hear me now. Come on.
Sorry, what? They're starting to talk? Holy
Their
shit.
language
what?
slowly morphs into English.
Dennis.
That is the end of your turn. The Iron Kid, it is your turn.
All right, so there's one that is actually actively trying to use the obelisk. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he is not in close attack range of cultures.
They are in the same zone, so they are within melee of each other.
So I can shoot him or no?
If you
pistols.
have like a single target, yeah, you can shoot them. There's some weapons that target entire areas, but
Right,
I think
okay.
your pistols just are single target.
Right. Cool. I'm gonna blast him.
Twice?
Oh yeah. I've got quick
All
draw.
right.
I'm a
Go ahead and
gunslinger.
make your attack rolls.
I'm just draw on him and I'm gonna shoot him. Well, a 5 and a 12. Well, I get an effort back that I didn't spend.
Yep, a 5 definitely hits. The 12 does not. As one shot takes his shoulder, you can see, actually, Dr. Cultures, you can hear him go,
Ah, fuck! Let me know if you can hear me.
all right, and it is your turn next.
Yeah, so I'm going to move actually in between kind of like Bev and the Iron Kid and this plant guy and say, I hear you, and I turn around and I yell back to the others, stop firing. And I don't know, can I use my action to persuade my own teammates to quit their shit? Like,
I'm going to allow them to decide whether to quit their shit or not.
Oh my god, Doc! If you end up dead, this is your fault. I am not getting fired for this.
Fired? You're here on work?
You hear the alien from behind Dr. Cultures speak to you.
Alice, I hope you're recording this. This is not my fault.
Recordings are rolling at all times. You know
Thank
that,
you.
Bev.
I'm just covering my ass.
Well, somebody's gotta.
Oh, God. You must be... This has got to be your first contact, right?
Yes. Yes. We just arrived on this planet. We are so sorry that your friend died.
Oh, They'll be fine. They'll be fine. That's not how we work.
And you can see, as you take a closer look at these guys, they've got like long hair that is viney and spiked. Their faces are mostly covered by leaves, but they appear to have a mouth that moves. And they have these plant-like things that almost look like Venus flytraps, decorating their long hair.
All right. That's enough. Ow.
You know, if you had said something a little bit sooner and didn't do all the aggressive movement, we might not have shot you as much so soon.
Yeah, I know.
So soon.
We apologize. Our big friend is not the smartest.
Okay. Yeah, that was the whole like lumbering forward at me while I have a big gun out was not very good. Just putting that out there. You know, really not smart.
It's all right. He hasn't been trained on first contact. None of us have.
Yeah, neither have we, but we didn't shoot first.
I just got
waited.
lucky. One of my pod was the person who built this thing, so I actually know a little bit about how to use it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. So who the hell are you?
We're the Thermians, or we are the Thermian. And you are human. This is you, correct? And the plant creature holds up a picture of a human that's like looks like cut in half, like cross section, so you can see all the organs inside.
Well, guy kind of looked like that on the inside, I think. Doctor, the
No.
robot.
No,
You wanted to talk to them?
I don't look like that on the inside. I'm all weird. It's jumbled. It's okay. Yeah, I did used to look like that though. Yeah.
Wow. No, it looks like the thing frickin' worked. Oh,
What thing?
that's gonna be a problem. So, a long time ago, well, I don't know what long time is by your standards, but a long time ago, the Binars, our sworn enemies, the ones that have been hunting us down to near extinction, sent out a signal to many, many different systems very far away that was designed to mutate people and give them powers.
Oh, for fuck's sake, they're scrolls.
Oh, they told us you did that. You have any proof?
What?
They came and threatened us and told us you did that and then tried to get us to want to murder you. And it was a whole thing like 20 minutes ago or something. I don't know.
We fought fucking hard to get this moon back.
Oh, cool. Whatever. They said you had a war for like 500 years. All the memory data banks were erased and they couldn't remember where they came from. Yeah, I didn't believe him. Who gives a shit?
Well, that's true. That's true. A long, long time ago, there was a group of Thermians that did manage to infiltrate their ranks. It was our best technicians, our top coders. They managed to get inside the Binar databanks and erase a large chunk of their memories.
So,
And
you got any
why?
proof of their history and yours?
What kind of proof do you need?
I don't know, like verifiable history?
I'm not sure why we need to prove that to you.
Just to, I don't know,
Wait.
either you, yeah, what do you got, Robert?
I got a question. Why would you have erased their memories? That doesn't seem like a very, I don't know, viable strategy, because if you take away what they know, then that means they're going to continue doing whatever they've been doing.
Erasing their memory was the only chance we had at surviving that century, and it worked. We took out most of their strategic thinking software.
Okay.
Yeah, it also stops us from being able to verify their history.
Stops
So
them
when
from being
both-
able to verify their own history.
Yeah, and then we don't know which side, when you both caught us to back either side of the war, who's telling the truth. And when we can't verify that, we don't know who the genocidal maniacs are, frankly. That makes it hard to really trust either side. So without a verifiable history, you're both kind of assholes?
I don't know how fighting works on your world, But we used
It
to
happens a lot. We're
have
used to it.
wars amongst ourselves all the time, and whoever wins is right.
Yeah, that's kind of how we work too. Yeah, it sums it up.
So, right now, look, I know a lot of therms that are going to hate me for saying this, but we're the bad guys too. Everyone here is bad guys. We shot at you, you shot at us. The Binars kill us, we kill them. Everyone's bad.
Hey, let's not be rude here. There's nothing wrong with a bina. I mean, I dated one. It's fine.
I don't.
We just got out of Pride
Something's not
Month, for Christ's
translating
sake.
right. Then he goes
Yeah.
back to the obelisk for a moment. No, it should be working.
She was perfectly fine. We broke up for other reasons.
All right. Okay, I did hear you right. I didn't come here to learn about how your culture does romance. We came here to find out what you were doing here and to protect our interests.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm curious about the whole history thing, and normally I just fall the hell asleep, is that they claimed you sent the signal, you claimed they send the signal. Either way, Dr. Bugsy over here's got a ruined day because now she's a frickin' mantis, right? Not an ant, a mantis with the thing. Yeah,
Yes.
mantis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Now she's a bug. And I'm
It's
the only
not so
asshole
bad.
over here who didn't get mutated. I just shoot guns.
Well, there's something you should know about the mutation. We've intercepted a few of these signals, and they're not just meant to give you power. It wasn't us that sent them, and I don't know how I can prove that to you. It just wasn't the Thermians, the Binars that sent out this signal to try to change your biology.
What else
One
you
of
got?
the things that the signal is meant to do is to make you more susceptible.
Two.
Binar commands.
So they want to make us bottoms? What?
They were essentially reaching out to try to... They would probably weave it in some way that they wanted to make friends, new allies. They wanted to make the transition for first contact easier. But they wanted it in reality were mercenaries that would do their bidding.
So basically slaves.
Basically.
Alright, I'm already bored here. You talk to them. I'm gonna go clean my gun. And she's just gonna abruptly walk over like 20 feet away and just start cleaning her guns.
You know, this is all very, very, very fascinating. What did the books mean? Your very, very large friend took the books and then ran back over to the obelisk. They seemed very, very upset that we had them.
Yes, well, he was trying to put the books back in the obelisk because what this machine does is it can read text and essentially does a translation aura. I don't know the details, but if we're standing close to it, we can understand each other, as long as there is text from both of our cultures inside it.
Does it have a storage or a means of storing data?
No, we haven't stored data in a long time.
Because there's a large amount of data on our ship.
Your ship.
Yeah.
How much?
Well, it's run by an artificial intelligence, so I'm pretty sure a lot.
That's a problem.
Why would that be a problem?
Have you had any contact with the Binars? Any at all? They're these
They told
three-legged
us.
machine people.
No, just the one I dated.
Well, they did contact us before we came here.
They contacted you?
They said there was some kind of distress signal, and I think there was one of them on the ship that was exploded, and there were some grass creatures that looked a little like you, but also not like you.
There are
and
many
there was
different
one there,
kinds of therms.
well, these ones were not very nice. And they contacted us. They came up in their big old ship, and they said that there was a distress signal. And then they sort of threatened us, but also sort of not, that we should immediately leave.
Yes. That... I don't know how to break this to you, but... your ship is compromised.
Of course it is.
I was waiting for a moment to do like an insight check on Alice, because she was a little too ready to tell us that these guys were hostile when they weren't. I'm not sure how you do that for
Make
a
a
voice
check.
in your ear.
Make a check. It's up to you and I to decide whether anything on your sheet applies.
I don't think I have anything. I mean, I have analyst, but that's raw data. So I got a 4 on a dice roll 10.
Alice was built with a character in mind. Alice gives sass. You've heard sass from your ship's AI before. When Alice told you to fire on the Thermians, there was no sass. It was very robotic. There was no emotion like you're used to behind her voice. It almost, with a 4, it almost sounded like the Binars you were talking to.
Great.
I look back to the Iron Kid. I say,
Is it possible, perhaps, for you to pilot the ship yourself rather than with Alice? Could we maybe rip her out of the ship so we can go home?
In theory, probably, but I don't really have any piloting knowledge.
Okay. And then I'll look back at this grass guy. Do you know how to uncompromise our ship, perhaps?
Yeah. Blow it up.
Well, that's not a
Yeah,
very valid
that's
solution.
That's not good for us.
No, it's not. Wish I could give you a better solution. What kind of communications does your ship have?
Short range communications. We can't necessarily contact our planet, but we can talk to each other, and she can talk to us, and some sort of perhaps longer range communications. We could contact the Binars before they even showed up to talk to us.
If that's the case, then we need to hunker down. Because they're coming. We've seen it happen before with our old ships. The Binars took control, summoned their own kind for reinforcements. I don't know how long we have. And you can hear a whooshing from above you. Peeking through the canopy, you can see a large 300-foot long Binar space vessel entering the atmosphere.
Guys, I think we have some visitors. You got any bigger guns here on your planet with your plant people?
I can show you. Follow me.
We won't be able
Sure.
to talk, but I can bring you to some relative safety. Right. And that, where we are going to end the second episode of Pulse.
Oh no.
Alice is gone! Yay!
Back on the comms. Dr. Corvus, there's a problem. You're gonna have to meet us inland a little bit.
We're going to have to.
we got some
I'm gonna have to talk with Cyclone off stream about how we're going to work that out, because he's been back on the ship the whole time.
We're gonna have to rescue him. Is my guess.
He just fixes the ship by himself and comes in all Dukes of Hazzards. Just like.
Yeah, and somehow the ship is suddenly armed to the teeth with guns that we didn't know, we were told did not exist.
If only you were so lucky. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you, audience, for tuning in for this episode. This has been insane, and it got, I know I've been saying it was going to get intense, but wow, this got intense. Performances all around fantastic. I'm having an absolute blast running this thing for you guys.
This has
If
been
only
so much
we
fun.
only had if only we had more episodes after the next one.
Nope, just the 3 for this one. I mean, there will definitely be more episodes of Sagas, but Pulse's story is going to wrap up next week on Wednesday night in the Pulse finale. Make sure you tune in then. It'll be around 7 o'clock Central, same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure your schedule is clear so you can join us for the epic conclusion to our story. Thank you all, and remember, everything is going to be okay. Have a good night, everybody.